Happy August. I'm Stephanie, and I am so excited that you are here joining us for a beauty cast with me and my girl,
Montanna.
Yeah, awesome. All right, guys. Well, if you are not familiar with me, real quick, I am, again, Stephanie. I'm closer to 50 than I am 40. I've been married for this coming month, 22 years. I'm a mom of 3 teens, including twins. I've been in the beauty biz for almost 23 years. And before I was 23, my idea of a beauty regimen was never washing my face, throwing on some pressed powder, some chapstick, and the tanning bed. So today I am so grateful with social media and cameras just at our fingertips that I learned about taking care of and investing in taking care of my skin. And like many of us Gen X, Zennial, Millennial, moms did not teach us how to take care of our skin. It's not too late. We've got a lot of life left. So follow along as Montanna and I are going to show you how to keep it simple so you can love the skin you're in. And of course, my girl Montanna.
I'm Montanna. I'm just over 40. I'm a mom of 3 teens, officially 15, 16, and 19. Married to the hottest realtor just south of the Mason-Dixon line. 18 years in the beauty business. I love introducing women to easy skincare and everyday color, and I love helping women make money and create their best lives for themselves through this business.
Woohoo! Awesome. So Montanna, it is it's summer. It's been so hot here in Michigan. I don't know what it's been like in Maryland, but the humidity, I just said to my husband yesterday, I do not know, growing up in the 80s without any air conditioning, I just feel like it's never been so humid. And I understand, like, this summer, I heard on the radio the other day that the earth is like the hottest it's ever been recorded being, okay, overall. But like, is it so humid in Maryland, or is it just like
so humid?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So like you go outside, and I mean, thank goodness we talked last month about how to keep yourself from melting. Because I mean, I've never melted so much in my whole life. Okay. And I'm not even hitting those hot flashes yet. So thank you goodness for that. But it's been so humid. So that's one thing that's been going on here. But we're in August. It's such a transitional month. My kids go back to school in a couple weeks. And so it's just kind of that time when we're in our house, we're talking about, like, we're trying to soak up every last minute of summer fun. And we're trying to figure out what we want to do in the crooks and crannies of the last couple weeks of the month, or this, before they go back to school and even up to Labor Day, because in Michigan, that's like the official end of summer. And we've been, crazy enough, I've been working on planning, working on some holiday stuff. And I know that, okay, that sounds crazy, you guys. And I am the last person when people, my girlfriend Bridget in Texas is like, in July, she starts a countdown to how many Sundays till Christmas. And I just want to throw something at her. But I can't, because I can't throw that far. But the point is this: I do not, it's very gray and cold in Michigan. So it's not my thing. So I love the holidays, but like that's a couple days around a lot of gray sky and cold. But and thinking like a retailer, we're planning on, I'm working on a training to be able to plan and teach other consultants how to run really successful gift giving sections of their business with the upcoming holiday. And believe it or not, I mean, I was in Hobby Lobby yesterday and the aisles were getting stocked with Christmas stuff. So in thinking like a retailer, this is the time to be thinking about it. So those are I think I'm just all over the place. I hope that maybe you're not as all over.
You got it all going on. No, that's good. Well, and see, we don't go back to school till after Labor Day. So we're still summer vacation here. And speaking of summer vacation, my kids are actually away, praise God, on what my parents call cousins camp. They take 11 grandchildren.
Wow.
All the grandchildren get to go this year. This is the first year. In order to attend cousins camp, you have to be 3 and potty trained, and you have to bring your happy heart. Other than that, there's no rules, So my kids are away with my parents, and so Dan and I have been enjoying some, somebody at the grocery store today said, it's like you're an empty nester. And I'm like, yeah, kinda. No, it is. And it's been really fun and very quiet here, which is good. And so, one thing that Dan and I try to do, sometimes we go away because we always know what's happening. Sometimes we go away, but we chose to not go away and to stay. He's working. He just started with a new contractor, so he hasn't his vacation time with all that stuff. Anyway, we've been doing like little night dates. And last night we went, we live right near the Condomingo Dam, which if you don't know what that is, you can look it up. It's very big, not as big as the Hoover Dam, but pretty cool. And we live right there, like literally a mile away. And we drove down, we bought some kayaks, the kind with pedals, so we weren't working too hard, but really fun. And we were both like, okay, we shouldn't bring our phones because we didn't want to put them in the water. Like we didn't want to lose them. We're not very we're not like major boaters. Okay. Like we borrowed these kayaks last week to be able to use them. Okay. The long and short of it is we were out in the water by ourselves, just the two of us. I mean, we were not super close, so we couldn't really hear each other as much. And it was just such a beautiful setting to be able to have, nature. And that there were literally, I'm not kidding, a bald eagle flew over my head. And those suckers are big. And this was when we were going out. So we were like in like a little channel, and it was incredible. And I really, one of the greatest places that I love to connect with God is in nature. And for me, it was just so wonderful to be able to, breathe. There were like multiple times when I was like, I should take a picture, and I couldn't, so that was that first world coming in. But it was so wonderful. And I just felt like God was saying to me, like, release all the distractions, because when you're in the distractions, I can't talk to you, and I can't encourage you. And it's in the distractions that you stray away from what I created you to do. And I was like, and so, if you haven't gotten out to nature, I know, Steph, you like to walk the dog, and that's your thing. And
that's my nature's at Target.
Yeah. She calls it walk the dog, which it's so funny because like sometimes she's like, I'm actually walking the dog, so it's a little different. Or like she's walking the dog. Yeah. Anyways, that's the stuff.
The only poop I have to clean up when I walk the dog is making sure I get all the packages in without too many questions being asked about what I bought.
Exactly. And now that you don't have a trunk, it's a little bit more difficult, but anyway, so the point is, if you haven't gotten out into nature recently, just take a walk. Let your distractions stay at home and give it a try, because I'm telling you, you're going to feel freed no matter what you believe. I believe that when we are by ourselves and we don't have the distractions, we can really hear all the things that are around us and what we were created for. So
I love it. It's so funny because, so you being without a phone and me imagining how I would have survived this summer without air conditioning is such an 80s summer. And we talk about this all the time with one of our twins. She's like, I think I would have made a great 80s kid. I'm like, yes, you would have, because she's the one who's the least likely to be on electronics, the one that's most likely to find something to do, like doesn't want to come home for dinner because she's busy swimming or going on a bike, whatever. She's just constantly out and about and doing things. And I think that that's so cool to experience, because it does set things apart. And it reminds me too of when we went to Mexico. So side note, we went to Mexico, did a dolphin thing, and you were not allowed to bring your camera. I think part of why is not just the water, it's because they have a photographer and they want to see you $300 in pictures. And so I said to the kids, because they like present this, all this stuff. And I'm like, nope, we're not buying all that. And I was like, kids, take out your brain, 80s camera, okay? And you're just going to take pictures in your mind. And so we were all really on purpose, knowing that we weren't going to buy the pictures or take the pictures, to be really present and to look like I was looking at my kids' faces, because I was taking my own mental, okay, I didn't do that. That would look weird, but mental pictures. Because, that's just really, honestly, that's just such a treasure. So anyway, we are teaching, we're getting back to our roots of our earlier days.
Yeah, it was like I said to Dan last night, we just had to take the lock in the memories. I said we might forget about it when we're 90, but then we won't care, right? We're just trying to. I will say, if I had my camera, the thing I pray, you always remember things more grandiose than they really are. But in my head, seeing how big that eagle, I mean, he wasn't like I couldn't reach him or anything, but he was it. It wasn't. I don't know if it was he. I don't know how you tell the difference, but it was huge. That's all I'm saying. It felt like it was across the whole opening. So
when we were in Alaska, the whale breached, and people talk about you see things all the time on TV. You see them always breaching, and the guys taking strong. They don't normally do that. And do you know, every single one of us in Mary Kay who were on that top director trip did not catch the picture of the whale breaching. I mean, it just happened so fast, and honestly, it almost breached onto another boat. I'm sure none of them missed that moment, but it's just one of those things where you do have to be present, you have to be available. And so vacations are a good time to remember to do that, right? Just be calm, be still. Yes, you can always go out. Vitamin N is one of the best healthy things you can do for yourself. That would be nature, guys, if you didn't